Welcome, everyone, to That Kind of Nerd special coverage of Game of Thrones Season 7. We've been doing Game of Thrones on That Kind of Nerd for about 2 years now, and we're very excited to start a new season with you. I am CJ Millen, joined by Josh Burns, Brian Thornton, and Craig Newcombe. It only felt right to have everyone back together from our original Game of Thrones discussion. So, Craig, we're so excited to have you back on.
I'm actually recording this time. Look at that.
All right, so let's start off with just some first impressions of the episode. It was, the start of the season. It's been delayed for a while, so it's finally nice to see Game of Thrones on air. I know there's a lot of theories in here, but hit me with your first impressions of this episode, Josh Burns.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Holy shit, the opening. Holy shit, the end of the episode. Holy shit, everything that happened in between. That's how I felt the entire episode.
There was literally a lot of shit in between this episode.
Dude,
there was a lot.
When you saw Walder Frey in the opening, what was your immediate thought?
Arya. Immediate.
Arya.
I'm like,
Arya.
oh, that's Arya. Gonna kill everybody.
When they brought out the wine and she started talking about the Arbor Gold, I'm like, yes, she's killing them all.
It's also that meta thing of like, I'm an actor who's playing a character who's playing my performance, and it's just like...
Oh, I see. You identify with her in a more special way than the rest of us.
No, I'm just saying it was meta.
Because of the acting. I don't know what meta means. Stop being so basic.
Mr. Newcombe, why don't you tell me a little bit about your first impressions of this episode?
As for a first episode of the season, this is the strongest of all of them.
Okay.
Those are strong words. All right.
That's very strong words.
What you just made me do is go back and watch 6 episode 1.
Exactly, right? Gotta go watch all the other ones. Brian Thornton.
Is it my turn?
That's why I said your name.
It's a good thing I live so far away from you guys.
You didn't like it.
Oh no, it's not that I didn't like it. It was good. It wasn't like holy shit.
Okay, good.
No, there was a holy shit part at the beginning, which was awesome. And then everything was like, okay, this is a good way to start the season. I could see the things falling into place, but I wasn't like, oh my God.
Lyanna Mormont, you didn't holy shit. You didn't holy shit Lyanna Mormont.
No, I didn't.
Really?
No, I was like, hey, holy shit in the opening, just like Brian. And
she's always impressive.
What a great setup to the season. Hey, impressive, absolutely. She's impressive, not holy shit. And then my other thought was, everyone's going to Dragonstone. Everyone's going to Dragonstone.
How can you guys not be impressed? So much shit happened in this episode.
No. Listen, no. Hold on. Let me clarify. Again, impressed, not holy shit.
Yes.
Not Ned Stark getting his head cut off. This is a great season opening. Fantastic season opening. A strong season opening. It's just not holy shit. There's not a lot of holy shit stuff in here.
I don't think it's...
I can list like 7 holy shit moments that happened throughout the whole episode.
I don't think it's the best one. But I think it was holy shit. It was a great episode.
It connected
I think
so
it was a
much.
good episode. I think it was solid opening. Can't wait to see the rest of the season. But I wasn't like running into work being like, did you watch it? Did you watch it?
CJ, you can't give me episode 9, CJ, and say, oh, it's same litmus. It's not.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, yeah, but you said it's not Ned Stark. Well, that's episode 9.
No. Okay, like I'm exaggerating, obviously, to prove a point. Like,
the Battle of the Bastards was episode 9. Is it not?
Yes.
No, it's not the Battle of the Bastards. No kidding.
The whole episode was not holy shit the whole way through. Like, it just wasn't.
I think you guys are missing a lot of the small stuff that happened if you don't think that.
So let's talk about the big, holy shit moment. That's the cold open with Walder Frey and watching that family get what they rightfully deserve with a poison version of the Red Wedding, essentially. It was nice to see it. Walder Frey.
Yes, it was nice. It was nice to see the House Frey die, essentially.
What was her comment? Winter came. What would she say?
The North remembers.
The North remembers.
Yeah,
Winter came for House Frey.
Right.
And I mean, she knows exactly what she's done, planned it, executed it perfectly, kept the people from dying she didn't want dying.
Right.
The only thing that could have been better for me is if she had said Arya Stark. She didn't. So
a girl has no name.
James Bond.
Well, I guess is that the thing though? Because she's been very clear about being Arya Stark.
No, she has a name. She said very clearly that she.
I don't understand why she didn't put it out there. She made.
I think she wants to be a little incognito as she goes through these next couple months killing people.
I think if she says, "Hey, Arya Stark just killed everybody," word gets to the Lannisters.
You think it's enough to say the North remembers?
They know that they could just be someone sympathetic to the North. Doesn't necessarily have to be a
all
Stark.
sorts of kingdoms in the North. It could have been anybody. It doesn't necessarily need to be Arya.
It's
I
irrelevant,
think
though.
she's
If they're
trying to
looking
stay
for
under the
Arya,
radar.
they're not going to find her. She can take the face of anybody she kills.
Yeah, but
So
then
it's
she
not
didn't.
hard for her to hide.
She rode right up to Ed Sheeran with her own face on.
So let's talk about that.
I was actually thinking she might have had Ed Sheeran's face.
So let's talk about a holy shit moment in the wrong direction, in my opinion, and that was the Ed
this
Sheeran
was-
I
cameo.
loved it.
What was wrong with it?
fine moment.
I was with the internet going, this is bothering me. No, I'm
What
sorry.
What was wrong with it?
It was so out of place. And then the comment
was
of it's a
nothing wrong
new
with it.
song. I'm like, oh, shut up.
They
Shut
were
your ginger
Lannister-
face.
they
Get
were
out of
Lannister
here.
Soldiers. That's what soldiers do. They sing songs.
Yeah, I mean, right.
Yeah,
but
soldiers
hire
sing
any
random songs.
million other people to go sing the song. I didn't appreciate the nod. Whatever.
You want to know why they did it?
Yeah, because Arya, the actress who plays Arya, is a huge Ed Sheeran fan.
Yeah, they did it as a surprise for her birthday.
Sure, have him show up on set. Have him be a character that's covered in makeup, like The Walking Dead
You
when
know,
they do
there's
cameos.
been plenty
Just
of
do that.
musicians on this show, right?
Yeah,
So what's your fucking problem?
just don't need it.
So you didn't need.
I could use any
when
other singer.
Coldplay showed up, you were against that?
Did you know it was someone from Coldplay? I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
did you honestly know it was someone from Coldplay?
Yeah, I fucking knew. I'm not an idiot.
So I also think there's some importance to that scene where people are nice to her. She's used to everybody just shitting on her, trying to kill
Yeah,
her.
she's clearly looking at everything going, all right, I'm going to kill them. I'm going to get that sword. The swords
Yeah.
are over there. And then she's like, oh, well, this is Nassan. Yay, I won't kill them. I'll
Where-
eat
where
this
they're gonna
rabbit.
yeah.
She looks at her watch and says 12 seconds. No? All right. She's
Sorry.
not Denzel Washington. I'm just checking.
Okay. Okay, so what do you think the significance is then behind that song, Craig? What was the deeper meaning that we missed?
It was just revealing they were Lannister soldiers.
Yeah, I didn't really put a lot of thought into the song that
That's
he was
all.
singing.
That's all the song did for me. It was like, oh, they're Lannister soldiers. Okay, got it.
I'm like, holy shit, that's Ed Sheeran. That's pretty funny. All right, let's see if Arya kills him.
I wasn't. Yeah, I kind of. I said to Laura, "Holy shit, is that Ed Sheeran?" And somebody texted me like, "Yeah, it was coming. Like it was announced months ago." I don't follow news. News. I saw Ed Sheeran. I went, that's odd, but I didn't think anything of it as a plot device. I was like, oh, it's cool.
It was distracting for half a second, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. In the half a second it took you to say, is that Ed Sheeran?
Right.
I think that's Ed Sheeran.
That's it.
Okay.
Right.
Moving on.
No, from
And
the moment it was singing,
It wasn't a bad performance. It wasn't a
No, it
terrible
wasn't.
scene. It was nothing was wrong with that
CJ's
scene.
super
I'm not going to go ahead
internet-
and say he's a good actor, but
No, I'm not giving him a freaking Emmy, but the internet needs to calm the hell down.
He wants to have an EGOT, damn it.
Yeah, he's working towards it, right?
so
whatever.
basic, bro. So basic.
The song, by the way, was called Golden Hand. I'm sorry, the song, by the way, was called Hands of Gold, which, I mean, if you want to talk about a Lannister song, you've got that literally with Jaime right now in his hand. So
it should be Hand of Gold, not Hands of Gold.
Well, hey, maybe it's foreshadowing that Jaime's going to lose his other hand and he's going to have two hands of gold.
Oh, that line, but you're on Greyjoy with he's here and he's got two good hands.
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
oh man,
He had some shots.
this guy. You should. Yeah, I've never killed a brother. You should try it. It feels awesome. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, let's talk about another moment that I liked a lot, and that was the Hound, right? So the Hound's with the bannerless men, and just it's one of the most tender moments we've ever seen with the Hound, which is like weird to me.
Besides every moment with Arya that he didn't shove a
Right,
sword
not
through her
it,
throat.
Jesus.
See, but that thing at
Dude,
the
I
end,
love how this
That is-
episode's playing out of Brian just shitting on everything CJ says. Can I point that out?
entire
listen, you kind of negate the whole sweetness when you got to get attacked. You're left for dead. Yeah.
No, Arya left him for dead. He
That's
didn't
what I'm
leave Arya
saying.
for dead.
Kind of negates all the sweet, tender moments when you're left for
No,
dead.
Well,
No,
listen,
it
the
doesn't.
Hound was very sweet.
Right, the hound was sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Arya
nice
still,
guy.
and the fact that Arya didn't kill the Hound is a sweet moment and just left him for dead because she's been planning on killing him since episode 9.
Right.
But we have that moment where the
I think
hound
you're missing a lot
looks.
here, CJ.
Are you watching the same show, CJ?
Let's talk about the moment though where the hound looks into the fire, which we all know he is not a huge fan of, and then has
fire.
the vision of the White Walkers, thousands of them coming. I mean, did anyone see the fact that the hound could see things in fire coming? Like that was kind of a blind spot for me.
It's not that
What's up with
it's
that?
not that he can. It's that it's about Thoros of Myr is a red priest. So I mean, just like Melisandre shows things in the fire, like these people aren't looking at fire, seeing things their entire life. It takes a red priest or a red priestess to show you that.
I thought he would have been so close off to it. I mean, you could have the best red priest there.
I don't think it's about whether or not you want to accept it. I think if they show you, you see it.
Well, I also think, the Hound season 1, definitely not open to that crap. But the Hound now, after all the shit he's been through, totally open to that crap. He talks a big game, but I think he's more open to, seeing that kind of stuff. Between what happened with Arya and what happened with Al Schweringer.
So him as a character through the series, his growth as a character is pretty significant when you think about it.
That's what I'm talking about, his growth,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah, he's got a great arc going on, and
He ate a lot of chicken. He grew as a person. All good things for the Hound.
Good things are coming his way.
Craig, you had said that we had missed some little moments throughout the episode that kind of build it into this bigger deal than what Brian and I are letting on. So what is a moment that you think kind of flew under the radar that was kind of, not really checked out by everybody, and what should we be talking about?
Well, there's two things, and they kind of relate. So everybody noticed whose hand that came through that wall, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Jorah.
Yeah. So I think Sam's going to figure out how to fix him some way or another.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he went to the Citadel to begin with.
Well, he didn't go there for that specific reason.
Well, he went there to be healed.
That's exactly why he went there. He was commanded.
Oh, I thought
to
we were
heal
talking about
himself.
Sam.
Commanded to get healed.
I thought we were talking about Sam.
Oh, he didn't go seeking Sam. He went to the Citadel to seek a cure.
And I think Sam's about to get kicked out of the Citadel, and I think he's going to end up back with Jon somehow or another.
That's fine. He found out what he needed to find out.
But he's
Really
not a
sucks.
maester.
He's going to be upset. Yeah. He found out where the dragon glass is.
It's a
He found out
Dragonstone.
what the-
It's a guarantee you
Sorry.
it's a Dragonstone.
But he found what they needed to defeat the White Walkers. That's all he was going there for.
Could also explain a little bit of where Valyrian steel comes from. and how it's made.
Either that, or he found out how to use dragons to make dragon glass. One or the
That's
other.
interesting.
So
Yeah.
I don't think the secret is necessarily finding stores of dragon glass, although that's helpful. I think Sam read something about dragons making dragon glass.
Correct me if I'm wrong on this, because I had to freeze frame it and look at a couple other websites for clarification as to something I saw in one of the books. Sam is looking through, and there's a picture of what I think is a dagger, and the dagger that everyone else is pointing to says that is Littlefinger's dagger, and it's made of Dragonstone. It's made of Valyrian steel.
Littlefinger's dagger is Valyrian steel.
Valyrian steel, but it's in this book that Sam was reading in there, and I just didn't know if that was a significance at all. If that's something that we need to pay attention to, and what Littlefinger's doing, or if it just is a happy coincidence that his knife is in the book.
I guess I missed that piece. This was in that old book. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Peter Baelish is nicknamed Littlefinger because of the area he grew up was the Littlefingers. It's
right.
About the rivers and the water in the land that he grew up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily think it's the same thing. Like, it may just be a dagger that originated there. Whether or not it has anything to do with Peter Baelish carrying it, I don't see a connection.
But, I mean, you don't think the knife has any kind of significance besides the fact it's just made of Valyrian steel?
Well,
which is very rare.
It may, and it may be the very same.
But not the fact that it's Littlefinger's.
It's not. I don't think the book is referencing him. I think it's referencing the place it came from.
Okay. All right. Right on. I'll give it to you. So, Craig, what else was another moment that we didn't necessarily...
I'll tell you a moment that I was very interested in.
Oh, please.
Okay.
The entire scene between Jaime and Cersei.
That's what I was going to
is
bring up. I thought that was
riddled
huge.
with all sorts of stuff and crap, and makes me believe, just like Craig says, Craig, I'm going to let you finish my thought here.
Oh, well, Jaime's going to be a sister killer, too. Or a queen killer.
Yeah. Okay.
Queen slayer.
So,
King and queen slayer.
I was with you.
He's going for the double.
I was with you.
I think that Cersei is going to try to make Jaime kill Tyrion, and Jaime's not going to do it, and that's what's going to push him over the edge to kill Cersei.
I disagree.
Okay.
Why do you disagree?
Well, she said the last Lannisters that matter. That was a pretty big clue.
Pretty big clue. Also, a big clue is that she references him as a traitor and all this other vile stuff, and Jaime's not having any of it. Jaime still has a strong connection to Tyrion.
Well, that's why I disagree. I think Jaime knows Tyrion smarter than the both of them, and that's the winning side.
Right. But that's my point, is that if Cersei tries to make Jaime kill Tyrion...
You think he jumps
he's not
sides
gonna do it.
preemptively?
Yes, I do.
Oh no.
Well, no, because he said he accused her of killing his children.
No, he didn't. He said our children are dead. He never said you killed our children. He said our
implied.
children are dead. He didn't imply.
I think he did.
He didn't.
So no, but
Look,
Cersei doesn't give a shit that those
he's-
children are dead.
He's trying to talk her out of power, essentially, saying we don't need this. Right? You're the queen of 3 kingdoms, not 7.
That was
Right.
the best thing I heard in that episode.
And
3 at best.
Right, 3 at best. And we should just go. And she wants to build a dynasty for he doesn't know for whom. The children are dead. Right? Us, the last Lannisters that matter. Okay, well, I get it. So she wants Tyrion out of the picture, clearly. We know why. She still doesn't understand, what happened at Joffrey's wedding. She does, but Tyrion's easy to blame. So that's that. He also has the distinction of having murdered her father. So extra sort of, negative points for Tyrion. She wants him dead regardless. Jaime is not going to do that unless forced. And I hate to say it, but I think I believe if we're making predictions about the Lannisters, I believe Tyrion gets close to killing Cersei and Jaime ends up killing both Tyrion and Cersei.
Yeah, because here's something that someone had to remind me of. There was the prophecy that Cersei got from Maggie the Frog or whatever.
Children be buried in gold. Yeah,
right. And that they mentioned something about like your younger brother basically will drain the life out of you, something along those lines. I don't know what the actual quote is. And that would be Tyrion, but Jaime is younger than her by like a couple minutes, or right? Like she was born first. So, I mean, technically they're both her younger brother. So I think it's a misdirect where everyone think Tyrion's going to do it. And it is going to be Jaime. Now, Jaime killing both of them? I don't know. I mean,
listen, I think Tyrion is going to get close to killing Cersei. However,
I agree. Yeah.
And Jaime will have to end that. Cersei will display no love lost, no remorse, and Jaime will be devastated having just killed his brother. She won't be comforting in any way, and he will end her because of the nasty things she will do next.
I think Tyrion is logic to die this season just because they've got to kill someone off.
It
and
makes me so
statement.
sad face,
Yes.
but I think you're right. Yeah.
But so let's move a little away from theories for a little bit. Let's finish wrapping up a few of the loose ends from the episode.
Wrap up your loose ends.
And kind of talk about it. The first one is with Bran and the White Walkers and the vision that we see. We got 3 giants coming with the White Walkers. Bran has officially crossed the border behind the wall, so they can no longer track him. Am I right on that?
That's irrelevant.
Once he crosses the wall, the walkers aren't.
That's irrelevant because they're going towards the wall regardless.
Yeah.
Right, but which side of the wall? There's
doesn't
Castle
matter.
Black, there's the one by the sea, and then there's the one on the left. I mean,
They're going towards Castle Black.
okay, because Jon Snow just sent all the wildlings to the other side by the sea.
So Eastwatch by the Sea and Hearthome are where he dispensed because they're the 2 furthest out. So figuring they'll catch people coming in, they'll catch walkers coming in. However, if they're heading for Castle Black, which is sort of the long way around, it's going to take them a bit longer to get there. It's going to be nasty because Castle Black, the thing it has going for it is it's the strongest point at the wall. It's the strongest. The wall is strongest at Castle Black.
So do you think it was wise of Jon to send the troops to
I think it doesn't
Eastwatch
matter.
instead of Castle Black?
It doesn't matter. The free folk had to be out. Either way, like they have to go do something, and he can't have them man castles held by noblemen, right?
And why is that? Why can't he have them inherit land in the north?
Because he's just taken over as king in the north. He can't give houses, he can't give castles to free folk. Not yet. It's not like
He refused to give a house to somebody who was loyal to the Starks.
Right.
Because
Listen, I agree with you. I'm just asking. I'm just doing a moderating job. All right. I'm just asking the question some people ask.
I don't think it's a matter of John not being willing to give away a house or even give it to the free folks. I think the point made there was he's not taking a house away.
And then let's talk about that scene too, because there's a power struggle between Sansa and Jon, right? And Littlefinger just sitting on the wall, just laughing as things happen. What do you guys think about the power struggle and the discussion that came after Jon has his meeting with everybody? Craig, what do you think about the dynamic between those?
I'm less concerned about their dynamic, and I want to know what Littlefinger has planned. He clearly has something up his sleeve, and I can't pinpoint it.
Brian, do you see a rift between Jon and her kind of being an issue, or do you think it's something that we're just going to resolve pretty quickly?
I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think it might come up a little bit later. I don't think Jon's going to stay in the north very long, and eventually Sansa's going to have to take over, and she's going to do whatever the hell she wants. Because Sansa finally has a backbone, shown by that discussion with Littlefinger later.
I'll just assume it was something clever.
I'll just assume it was something clever. Or when he's like, "Why aren't you what will make you happy?" And she's like, "Right now, peace and quiet."
Well, did anybody pick up on the fact that would she say with her exact words? I learned a lot from her.
Yeah, Jon says you almost admire her.
She admires her.
I mean, let's be honest. Think what you want. You kind of have to. You can learn a lot from Cersei, and no matter how big of an asshole she is, there's lessons to be learned, and you got to apply that across the board. So I didn't think that was out of line. I thought that was it should have been like a no shit Sherlock. Like if you don't admire her and you underestimate her, you're going to die. So let's pay attention.
But if you learn something from her and you admire her, do you think Sansa has admirations of power?
Not really. I think that she's one of those things where if power is thrust upon her, she'll take it. Eventually, I agree that Jon will go south and she'll have to take over and she'll be the reigning Stark. But I don't think she's looking for it, but she'll definitely take it if it's given to her. A very different way than like Littlefinger and other people have looked for power vacuums and try to create that so that way they can suck in there. She'll kind of be like a happy accident, I think, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
I'm the one who said it first, so I obviously agree.
Regarding Sansa, what more can I say? She knows her. Look. She knows her place. She's not sure how it's going to play out, but she's already sort of put things in motion. I think we're good. I think
something's array there. Hear me out. She's learned from two of the most conniving people on the show.
I think she's aligned with Peter Baelish, and I think that long term she'll turn on him and stick with Jon because Jon is showing her something that she didn't see in him previously.
Can I run a theory that I read by you guys?
Theory. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So we all know Littlefinger's a douchebag. And we all assume, I mean, at least I assume, you correct me if I'm wrong, that he wants to get it on with Sansa.
Yes.
So
so he can vicariously get it on through, to their mom.
So the theory I read is that his interest in Sansa is not because he's attracted to her, it's because Sansa's Littlefinger's daughter from the affair that he had with Lady Stark.
No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that.
I got a huh from Craig and I got a flat out no from Josh. I'm just conveying the theory.
I don't think it's unreasonable.
What?
I don't think it's unreasonable either.
What? Okay, defend this now because this is unreasonable.
I'm not defending it. I'm just presenting it.
No. Explain how it's not.
Present your arguments that he's not her father.
Sansa is the second-born Stark child.
So?
I thought the affair was pre-Ned. Listen, let me just run it down. Robb, Sansa, Arya, Brandon, Rickon. That's
all
the
Star
order.
Kids, yes.
That is the order of the counting, and the order of the counting is that.
That's correct, yes.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't understand still.
No. What affair are you talking? You're talking about the fling that they had? That was before she married Ned.
Ned. So unless they had sex again after she married Ned, which
there's
she wouldn't,
no way,
because she absolutely loved Ned Stark, that she would have an affair with Littlefinger after having
Revenge.
Robb?
Hold on. It's absolutely plausible.
After Robb?
Well,
Are you
no.
kidding me?
Okay, no. Hear me out.
I will not.
Robb, first child, he comes back with the bastard. She cheats on him for revenge because
No
he slept
chance Catelyn Stark did that.
Yeah, no way.
No chance.
I'm almost positive that, now listen, I'm gonna have to rewatch some episodes, but I'm almost positive they said that she did that.
I don't think so.
God.
And I don't, Brian. I don't recall that from any. Of
I don't
the
recall
books.
it either, Brian. I'm just saying it's not the craziest theory I've heard about Game of Thrones.
Okay, I have another theory that I heard about too. Not about Littlefinger, so we can wait. Or do you want to hear it now?
Go. I'll look.
Roll it out, dude.
Pandora's box
Okay, so-
open. Theories go.
So the other theory I read is that the White Walkers are indeed heading towards Castle Black, and that this season is going to end with them breaking the wall and tearing down the wall and getting through it. That apparently there's an ice dragon actually in the wall at Castle Black, and that's Jon's dragon.
Well, that'd be some shit, wouldn't it?
yeah,
Right.
but
Because, the whole thing is like, oh, it's a song of fire and ice. Well, Daenerys has all the fire. Where's
Well,
the ice dragon?
The ice is winter. It's the ice.
Yeah.
is-
I know, but that's what I'm telling you. I read.
I think one of the dragons is gonna die this season. What's his face?
I'm
is
back
gonna-
to Jon needing to ride a dragon.
Well, that's where I'm getting with this. So right now there's 3 dragons. There's 2 Targaryens that in theory can ride dragons. I know I had my thoughts on Rakan being able to control one, but I think what is going to happen is
You mean Bran?
Rand, sorry.
That's what we talked about, right? The last time we talked about this, it was those 3.
But I've changed my theory on this.
Okay.
So what's his face is going to bring a gift of a dragon to Cersei. That's his gift. He's
Where
going to
the
go
fuck is he? There's no way he's taking a dragon.
Help me out. What's that guy's name from the Iron Islands?
Euron Greyjoy.
Euron is going to bring a gift of a dragon. I think because the logical choice of the gift that he would bring her would be either A, Tyrion, or a dragon.
Yeah, I think Tyrion is far more logical.
Yeah, it's super easy to grab Tyrion rather than a dragon.
He's a
I think it
fucking
would be a
tiny
lot
half
harder.
man.
He's in the middle of everything. He's not going to be away from Daenerys.
Bro.
Oh, right. So a dragon.
Euron
You just found
Greyjoy
those out in the open.
cannot
Yeah, they
fucking
do.
grab a
They've-
dragon.
A dead dragon. He's going to figure out a way to kill a dragon.
He's not going to kill a dragon.
All right. It's my theory. Feel free to shit on it, but let me finish it.
Oh, I thought that was the end of it. There's more. There's
Yes.
more shitty theory. All right,
There's
here we
more
go.
to my shitty theory, according to you. So that's gonna leave 2 dragons. Now we have 2 Targaryens. You have Jon and you have
but
Daenerys.
You're eliminating Brandon, who Bran can control anything. He's a 3-eyed raven.
Okay, but he's saying Targaryens to dragon ratio equals out because right now it's a skew. Correct?
I think he's going to have a hard time getting to Tyrion because he's never going
Okay,
to
so
be away
your
from Daenerys.
problem is that there's no more Targaryens, just those 2.
Yes, and there's 3 dragons right now. I still think
And
it
you
could
don't
be,
think a warg can control, like the most skilled warg ever could control a dragon.
possibly. It's certainly possible.
He flew a Hodor for a while.
yeah.
That's a complex
Stop.
being.
That still hurts. That still hurts me. It still
I know.
hurts.
It's a theory.
I was leaving
Who
the house
knows?
the other day. Christian's in front of me. I go, Hodor. And he goes, what? And I'm like, just fucking stand there. Would you?
The whole series could end with the White Walkers just tearing down the wall, killing everybody. End.
That's how this
it's
show
not gonna
ends. I
happen.
think
It's
we
not gonna
all
happen.
agree. No, that's how this show ends.
No.
Oh, okay, so there was one other
I
conversation.
don't agree with that.
I don't. Hold on. Okay, because
I don't think that's how this show ends.
Okay, and you know what? I take it back too because I just remembered something that happened in this episode where Sam is talking to one of the Macers, and he explains that there's been winters before, right? And there'll be winters again because every winter ends. We've got a record of it, and everybody thinks every single time that winter comes, it's the end of the world. But here we are still standing, and it is our job to keep the record.
Do you
of
know
it.
who
he didn't
thought
talk
that?
about the
Do you know who
winters.
thought that? Do you know?
No.
Professor Slughorn.
Yeah, yes, I knew Professor Slughorn thought that. Are we going to find a Horcrux in the?
We might. We might. That might be what the White Walkers tear down the wall to try to find.
They have a Horcrux.
And it turns out that Voldemort is the Night King.
Good luck, Brian.
I'll turn this whole thing into Harry Potter. I don't even give a shit. I don't care at all.
So, yes, we're probably not going to have the show end with the White Walkers just walking across all of Westeros going, hey, everybody, hope you had fun watching this. Goodbye.
Certainly a possibility, though.
I mean, anything's possible except for that guy finding a dragon. It's totally an inevitability. Anyone else have any crazy theories or anything that they need to kind of get out of their system after watching this episode?
Crazy theories?
Does anyone have any theories that they need to get off their mind? Does anyone have any theories that they have after watching this episode that they want to share with the group?
Ned Stark is still dead.
Stabby, 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 sexy, sexy, sexy.
Right. Stabby, stabby, sexy, sexy.
There will be more blood and more boobies.
That's not a theory. That's a fact.
I don't have a ton. I told you I think that Jaime kills at least one sibling, probably both. I believe that Jon and Daenerys and Brandon control each a dragon.
That was my original theory. I'm taking credit for that.
I think we're going to have to review the tapes because I don't remember that being yours.
That was his theory last year.
Yeah, that was my theory last year. And you said, interesting.
Okay, if that's the case, I have apparently.
That means you accepted my theory.
It makes, and that's the one that makes total sense to me. So I'll go with it as if it were my own. But if it were yours, I will credit you absolutely. So that's them. But everybody is headed to Dragonstone. Yes. Dragonstone is where everything will happen, and it's gonna be awesome, right? I mean, obviously, some shit's gonna go down the wall. We know that.
Well, and someone brought it up earlier. Dragonstone is the cure for grayscale. Can we agree on that?
Someone brought that up earlier? I don't remember that.
Brian did.
Yeah?
Yes.
You think you're saying Dragon Glass cuts off grayscale?
Think about what's her face, the little girl that they burned at the stake.
Yeah.
She had grayscale and she survived. Where did she grow up?
She didn't survive.
Well,
she died.
Well, like she survived. The disease stopped, grayscale. Right? The disease didn't spread.
Where did she grow up?
Well, okay, but Dragonstone is just the name of a castle. It's not the same thing.
They built it on dragon glass.
Right, but they built it on a mine of dragon glass.
But how does it?
So they're saying it's like those stupid the what's the thing where you put stones everywhere and then somehow you get better? What's
salt crystals? It's like the salt.
Yeah, like the salt crystals.
This isn't goop. We're not talking about jade crystals that you shove up your bum hole. We're talking about.
Listen. Don't talk about anything I might or might not, can't confirm, have shoved up my bum hole. Crystals or otherwise.
So what's her face is the only person in the series that we know that has come back from grayscale. And she lived on that island that's full of dragon glass.
Okay, so the castle Dragonstone built on a mine of dragon glass, and that's why she survived it.
Yes. And but I think that's where
it doesn't cut it. You can't cut it off. It doesn't cut it off. It just
because she still had it. Her face was still fucked up. It just stopped it from getting worse.
All right.
So yes, okay, I will accept the premise that dragon glass could be the stone that stops it from spreading, and maybe heals it. I don't know, maybe you grind it up into powder and blow it into someone's face.
So either way, Jorah goes with Sam.
Yes,
but
Sam takes
him. But at the end of the day, never ends up with Daenerys. Okay, the guy is just always friend zone.
He is friend zone for life.
He's not going to end up with her, but he will be next to her and serve her until he dies, which will be the end of this season.
Yes.
Because I don't think there's a cure for grace.
Let's talk about Daenerys because she doesn't say much in this episode.
She says, "Let's begin."
One line.
Yeah.
But it's a story that has been building for seasons. It is the hope that she's had for years, and it's finally come true. And she's in Westeros. She has landed, and she's got a castle to herself. I don't know. I can't. How is that castle? No one's there. Not even a cat. Not a homeless guy. I was like, hey, I stumbled upon a place.
It belonged to Stannis. Stannis
Baratheon. Just no one. Just not even one dude. No groundskeeper.
No, they took everyone to war and lost.
So we come to Daenerys Targaryen, and it's a prophecy of things that have been building for seasons. She finally ends her journey, lands in Westeros, and she now has her very own castle, complete with all dragon figurines all over the place.
By the way, probably the most badass castle
I would agree, badass castle.
in Westeros.
And then says the best line at the end of the season.
Shall we
At the end
begin?
of this episode. And what are our hopes then? What do we feel about Daenerys this season, and what's going to become of her?
My
She's
hope
not
is
gonna-
he hooks up with Jon very quickly and doesn't fuck with going after anybody but White Walkers.
She's not going to leave Dragonstone. So, like, the whole thing is going to be her planning. She's not leaving Dragonstone. That's hers. She holds it. That's it. There may be stories about her deploying shit around, but she's not leaving Dragonstone. So I think for her, it's going to be much more strategic.
So it's
And
home life for her, essentially?
think about this, right? This is not the last season.
Right, there's one more after
There's
this.
one more, which will be however many episodes.
6, but it's like
6.
3 hours each.
This,
I'm guessing that number.
this is going to be her getting ready to battle Frieza, charging up.
Did you just make
She's
a Dragon
gonna
Ball Z
charge
reference? This
for
is
a
the Spirit
season.
Bomb?
She's going to charge for a season to battle Frieza.
Okay.
And then next season is going to be all action for Daenerys all the time. Like that's kind of, I mean, look, maybe I'm way off the mark. I don't think I am, because it's kind of an HBO recipe.
No, you're on the mark, and let me add a little to that. So I think you're right. She's going to be planning. That's going to be her home base. But I think Jon is going to find out about her and send someone to her to stop her plans from going after Westeros and help with the wall and the.
Do you know who he's going to send? Because
Yeah,
I
Sam.
do. No.
Sansa.
No.
No, I was going to send
He's gonna
Little
send-
Sora.
He's going to send Brandon. The kid can go to Dragonstone, control a dragon, and send it ranging anywhere he wants.
and be like, guess where you're going.
Right. And then they can make plans based on what the dragon sees, because the dragon fucking flies.
Do you
and
write for this show? Because if not, you
Bran
should.
doesn't have to leave Dragonstone to do this job. This is a job
He
I
doesn't
can
need to
do
leave
from
the
home.
wall.
To quote Ed Norton in Fight Club.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm totally down with that. And
There's
it feels
my-
like a good use of Bran.
There's my crazy theory.
So that's next season, though. That's not this season. Your crazy theory is for next season.
No.
No.
You have to use the dragons to plan, and there's no
Yes.
way you can know what a dragon sees unless you know what a dragon sees.
Yeah.
So you
Well, she
send
could
him
ride-
down, right? You find out, oh my god, Daenerys has landed. Send down my little brother. Hey, when you get there, will you do me a favor? Will you take over a dragon just to prove how serious we are about this whole thing? Because
Right.
White Walkers are coming. Let's get to
show
planning.
her that we can help, and she's not the only one that can control dragons.
All right.
But it's not going to be John's idea. It's going to be Bran's idea.
Of course.
Where's Arya fit back into this? Because I feel like they're all four of them.
She's
are
going to
reconnect.
kill everyone she can kill on the way to rejoin them.
Okay,
Yeah. And
but they
then-
reconnect at the end of this. All four of them are together.
I think they reconnect either last episode or episode 1 next season.
As long as someone learns that zigzagging is a way that you can run,
Oh.
absolutely. They should totally
Too
have a
soon.
reunion.
Too soon.
Too
Still
soon.
too soon to dog on Rickon.
Did I tell you what I saw? I saw that George R. R. Martin tweet. Did I tell you guys that?
In the
Fuck him.
fire? Did you see it in the fire?
I did see it in the fire. He tweeted a picture. There was a picture. Jon Snow, Sansa Stark, and Arya all like hugging each other on the set and everything. He says, "Which one is your favorite?" Asking for a friend.
That's terrible.
Could he do me a favor, though, and stop writing tweets and start writing books?
Yeah.
He can't. I mean, he could, but it's not going to be anything like the movie. Or
I
the
feel like
show
they're just
at
going to
this point.
novelize half of this HBO show. And
Well,
then
no,
figure it
he's the smart one. He got paid to write the books, didn't write the books,
Never
and says, "You
wrote
know what?
them.
Fuck it.
You
Let
guys go
HBO
ahead
do
and
this
do
for
it.
me."
Go ahead and do it. My intellectual property is more valuable than anything any of you have ever done.
out. He's the kid in the group project. They're like, will you write the report? Yeah, no, I'll totally write the presentation. And then you get there like, yeah, the presentation? Fuck no. Hope you guys know the material. And then they give the presentation. They're like, that was a great job writing that presentation. Damn right it was. I would like an A, please. And everyone else in the group goes, you didn't do shit.
Yeah, he convinced HBO to write this last book for him.
Okay, so this was a fantastic episode to set up the rest of the season, and there's so much more that we're coming. And this is going to be the last full season of Game of Thrones, because next season is going to be a little truncated, smaller episodes, just like Josh kind of thinks like The Sopranos, right? Everyone copy The Sopranos. It always works. So we definitely want to hear your thoughts, your crazy theories. You throw them at us. You can tweet at us at thatkindofnerd. You can email us at podcast@thatkindofnerd.com. Always find us on Facebook. Tell us what you think about these episodes. I want to thank Josh, Craig, and Brian for joining me this week and for talking Game of Thrones, and we will see you guys next week.